you're like, well, trained in like the marketing stuff. How would you say VTubers apply that kind of stuff more? What would be like a good way to approach?
I think the simplest answer that I love to give is make mistakes.
How would one know that they've made a mistake? Because you were like, make mistakes intentionally. How do you... Wait, I need to move myself. Zetter, do you want to introduce yourself?
You know, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, hello, my name is Zeta. I go by they, them pronouns. I'm a 72% caffeine-powered pillow tuber. Honestly, mainly because of my non-existent sleep schedule. Once upon a time, I got really into FPS games, and now I play all kinds of stuff. I'm a horror geek. I've recently getting into cozy games. Geek for content creation. I just love learning about that kind of stuff. So, got a cozy pillow fort that I just like to bring good vibes and comfy chaos.
First things first, where do you think your house should be? You can also choose plots where some creature is already residing. So.
A good question. I mean, I've literally, like, my collective Animal Crossing experience is like 2 microseconds compared to yours, so I have no idea. I was thinking something along the lines of like Mountain Lodge kind of vibes.
We can go to a snowy place, or like
I
this
think
one.
going snowy could be fun.
Snowy? So like this one with the little bridge?
Yeah, looks cute.
We got with a one level home because those are usually nicer to decorate.
Makes sense.
Yes. I'm choosing this for you.
I was literally, I was unironically looking at build guides and like build ideas just so I could get a feel for what the heck building even look like in this game because I have no experience.
Yeah, as usual, Cheri is taking the lead. But what's that supposed to mean? Okay, so the first things first. We are going to decorate the house itself. First, you can choose a shape. There's like a round one. It's so cute. They all have snow on their roofs.
What was the one? It was two options ago, I think. Had like more like log accents, I think. Okay, I'm torn between these two. What do we think?
Well, the thing is, you can like also change the facade. Like this one, you can technically sand it smooth.
Is it even a log at a point though? Like, come on.
This one you can make into actual logs, I believe. Yeah, you can.
What? Okay, never mind. I'm not torn anymore.
Okay. Hi, Gallus. How you doing? Thank you for the care package. Everybody hydrate.
I have 3 water bottles. I'm so ready to hydrate.
Zetter is literally the fastest water refiller I know. They are like, I need to go fill up my water. And time starts to slow down. And literally 6 seconds later, they are back at their desk with a full water glass. What kind of log color do you want? Because I assume you want like the logs.
I think more like I think more like natural would make a lot of sense. I'm not a huge fan of like dyed wood.
So like this one or like the darker one?
Darker brown would make more sense.
We can also choose a roof.
A water pressure powered faucet? I don't!
Like a power washer.
Power washer.
Puts a hole in the bottom of the cup. So I got a bathtub. Oh yeah, Zetter just sits in a bathtub and just mutes themselves while they scoop up a glass full of water.
Yep, I live stream from a bathtub.
Real canon information revealed here today.
All of my streams are honestly just a race against the clock of whether or not some form of electrical object from my computer is falling into the bathtub. Probably how I broke my first 3 mice.
They fell into the bathtub. Zetter bathwater giveaway win.
Oh my god. Okay, I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's actually dark green's really common for a lot of like this style of cabins.
It looks cute.
It's usually you go green or like earthier colors because it complements wood really nicely.
You want to like pick a dark green door to go with your dark green roof?
I'm being an absolute fucking geek now. I think we should go with like a warmer like wood tone, like a brown tone, because I feel like that'll pull colors out of the wood nicely.
This is also cute.
I think a shade darker than that is probably good. Yeah, I still cannot get over how I've had 3 mice die in like a year and a half.
Yeah, because they fell into the bathtub. If I dunked my mouse into a bathtub while it was plugged in, it would also not work anymore. I think this door is my favorite.
I like it.
Wreath?
Wait, there's wreaths?
Why is it wreath and not wreath, by the way? I mean, it's breath. There's no E at the end of wreath.
I think like tea.
Okay, but breath.
It's the same pronunciation. Yeah, but it's English. You think people were like strategizing when they were coming up with English words?
You would think they did.
I mean, if
you come up with an entire language.
Like a gotcha game. I swear to God, it feels like they spun a wheel. Oh, I love that.
You do? You want a skull on your door?
I think it's kind of funny. Comfy mountain lodge, and there's just a skull in the front door. Hold on a second, I can't believe myself. How could I almost forgot to pay my taxes.
How dare you? I'm This is rude. Thank you for paying your poi tax. Poi.
I almost committed poi tax evasion.
Mwah.
What?
I leaned over.
Hey, what the fuck?
You're facing the wrong way.
Unfortunately, I don't think I can turn very far that direction.
Maybe I can like create like a Spider-Man situation. Wow. There we go. Okay, so these are the things that Eric wants in his house. These fit very well for the vibe. Then we can choose not to have windows.
No natural light? What?
Yeah.
It's like the best part about a cabin or lodge.
Oh, I thought the best part was being isolated in the woods where nobody can hear you scream.
Peace and quiet is actually really nice. You know that like just base level of noise like when you're in a city? Just that disappearing and just going on walks like in the morning or anything, like everything is just slightly quieter. And it's one of those things that you don't notice until you actually go there and experience like the difference in like base like road noise or city noise and not having that. But it's so nice. I'd live in a lodge if there was really good Wi-Fi and I could just chill there and work remotely. I would actually adore that.
I would also like to live in a faraway cottage in the middle of nowhere.
It's honestly like for me, like it's less about like the like being out on your own. Honestly, I love those kinds of experiences and being able to share them with like other people. They don't mean as much unless you're able to share them with other people or like look back on them. And I think there's something about just the level of quiet. Almost it's that ability to disconnect.
Yes.
That I think is awesome, right? There's always a level of connectedness that's just inevitable when you're in like downtown type places.
It's kind of really funny. So, you're Canadian, we're building a log cabin, you chose the cute little elk guy. But you're like not cottagecore coded at all. You're like cute and fluffy and full of pillows and purple. How come? What made you like go for fluffy pillows? Yeah.
I've always liked the concept around like having a space that's extremely like obviously safe and comforting is a big priority, but I'm not the type of person who's like super laid back and super chill like all the time. I'm like I can get hyper, I can like fuck around, like I can like I'm a goof,
you fuck
right?
around, so you find out, yeah.
Exactly, right? I think the concept of like a pillow fight, right, is one of those things where it can get very heated, but even at its most heated, it's never actually like
those can get violent.
Full on, like, you're throwing pillows, right? You can throw it at Mach 40. It's one of those things where it's like, it's gonna, like, it hits you and goes poof, right? So even though it's like more hyper, like super giddy or like bouncing off the walls, or like even if it gets more like intense or serious in terms of vibes, there's a limit to that, and it's still always going to be a more playful or cozy side. It's that like balance of being comforting and cozy, but also the concept of how a pillow fight can have a lot of the things that like less kind of cozy, I don't know, core style spaces can have, but it's never not going to be lighthearted or in good fun. And that's I think what drew me to like pillow motifs and like sleep motifs.
Yeah, that's good.
I love that actually. That's awesome.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
So, do you want to like create like a cozy spot with like a carpet and like a tea table or something in front of it?
I'm trying to like, now I need to refill my water bottle. Like, there we go. I gotta do the water bottle transfer.
Oh, so you dipped your water bottle into the bathtub?
Oh, I'm never gonna hear the end of this. Fuck.
Ooh.
Yes, summoning
pagan
circle.
Death ritual.
We love a little death ritual in our Canadian cabin.
Yeah. What else do you do there?
We wake up, we're gonna start our days, we're gonna like get our morning coffees.
Did we watched the ritual together, right?
Of course we did. I loved watching that.
There you go. That's what we do in our cabin. Hi, Cody!
In our cabin, we make sacrifices to the fucking...
Yeah. To the ritual monster. My favorite scene in that movie is where the dude punches the grandma square in the face.
So funny.
It's so out of pocket.
I honestly think that like going really simple, especially since a lot of our like furniture is going to be really heavily patterned, very loud, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So I think like a simple like deeper wood tone will just kind of let everything else accent a little bit nicer.
Zetter secretly has a degree in interior design.
I honestly have gone through a few renovations with family, and I like intentionality. So I've heard a lot of conversations from like different people or family members, or been actively a part of the conversations in like designing spaces. So I picked up a few things.
That's fair.
I wish I knew more about design though. Even like in like outside of like VTubing and like just in general, like I wish I knew more about it. Like I know how to like pull colors and that kind of thing, but outside of that, like in terms of like building like design, I'm not as good.
Oh shit! I hit 7K followers. When did that happen? Oh my gosh! Auto the cat was number 7,000. Holy
I'm
fuck!
so fucking proud of you.
Oh my gosh, sorry to interrupt this program real quick. I need
No,
to take a
please
screenshot.
do.
I just looked up and I saw the number and I was like, what? Tell me where your coffee love comes from.
Good question. I probably started around high school. I was in full French IB, which is like the most difficult like high school level program that I could possibly take. Lots of very long nights with like lots of studying. Kind of coffee became an inevitability. However, my family very traditional in terms of their coffee style. Like whatever you think strong coffee is, add an extra 2 scoops. That's how strong their coffee was. And what makes it worse is they drink the coffee black as well. Like they don't even add cream or sugar. Like they drink it just that strong. And then when the pandemic hit, I eventually just decided like I have all this time on my hands. I'm tired of drinking this horribly, terrifyingly strong coffee. Bought some nicer coffee. I bought an AeroPress, it's called, and just slowly like built up, I guess, my my kind of arsenal. I think my most interesting one had a lime candy flavor note. I've had like medium roasts that have like
okay. Was
which
that
is, like,
good
obviously,
or just interesting?
Actually, it was pretty okay. It was really acidic.
Let's put a plant in this corner. What kind of plants do you like? Do you have any?
I don't actually. I want to get plants. If I'm gonna get a plant, it's something I want to be able to take care of and like really maintain consistently. And I've been so busy that I just didn't want to invest in it, knowing that I wouldn't have the time to take care of it as much as I would want to. Like I have a couple like fake plants. My family's always had plants, like basil plants and those kinds of things. And I honestly, I love taking care of plants, so I think I'll probably get some succulents and just like start small, like start with easy to maintain things.
There's a plant in your room in Life is Strange that you can water, and like a friend of mine played it, and he told me later, he was like, I was like so concerned about the plant. I like watered it every day to make sure it doesn't die, and then it died because I overwatered it. I was like, man, that's so sad. He put so much effort into remembering to like he set himself like a reminder on his phone. So he would...
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so he would water the little plant. What kind of mug do we want? Is there a purple one?
Red.
Anything on it? We can put cheese on it.
Cheese? Okay, that's just funny. I feel like now that I know this is a thing, this needs to exist somewhere. We have to go with cheese. You know
Can
what we
just
could do,
see it
actually?
now.
Hold
Cheri
on.
wanted to pick up Cheri with their really big sign the size of a flash cat. Okay, wow. Just on the floor like, jump!
Just really small. You're holding a sign like
Really
twice your-
small. Holding a really big sign.
Ring light. Yep, turn it into a like a coffee
Streamer
creator,
space,
a
yeah.
coffee creator section.
Coffee creator
Make my
section.
morning coffee videos. I actually have to make one of those for work. There's like sessions that they run for the work that I do. There's like equivalent teams, actually like across Canada. So they run like teaching sessions, and I ran one on TikTok. So I made a coffee themed TikTok. It was a really fun little kind of exploration.
You are like, well, trained in like the marketing stuff. How would you say VTubers should maybe apply that kind of stuff more? What would be like a good way to approach?
I think the simplest answer that I love to give is make mistakes. It's an oversimplification. When I was learning, like having a passionate idea and creating it, and then eventually after a while, like I was being a very curious person. I loved watching videos and then looking at what they did to make me like that video. I feel like everyone after a while now gets that disillusionment of just knowing that the content that people make is designed to like hook you in, right? So I wanted to understand why. I did anything from just making videos myself to just eking out and learning. Every time I made something new, I tried to change something, and I didn't really care whether it was like a good idea or a bad idea. I just wanted to know how it affected the video or how it affected the content. And a lot of things that I consumed as I was learning, a lot of them actually talk about like these massive creators, like you can say Markiplier, you can say like all these kinds of content creators. You can actually see that before they hit a really good like system, every one of their videos, thumbnails, content was completely different from one video to the next. And then as soon as they hit like their strategy, it all got consistent. And every one of those videos had some form of mistake that they learned from. I think the biggest thing is taking a really big, larger scope picture and looking at the trend, not the numbers themselves, is really important. One stream going up or down, that happens to anyone. However, a consistent trend upwards, staying the same, consistent downwards, that tells you a bit more. Thinking about the reason behind those things, not as a result of, hey, this defines me because this number went down, it's my fault. It's more of the, why did someone decide not to follow as much? Why did someone decide not to engage as much? And what's something I can do differently if I was a viewer to maybe make them like stick around? As you start to make decisions, do it with intentionality, with an end goal in mind. This is what I wanted to achieve. Did that happen? It's really just taking time because it's not going to happen overnight.
How would one know that they've made a mistake? Because you were like, make mistakes intentionally. How do you know you've made a mistake?
There's a really subjective answer to that because it depends on the circumstances. Content creation is a very one-to-one type of space where if you make a decision, there's going to be like a result of that. The best way to identify if there's something you can do differently or to work on is by looking at things one step at a time. Because if you completely overhaul your editing style every time you make a new video, you'll never know what you could do better. What I like to do personally is I will change one thing stylistically every video to see what it does. Just recently, actually, just did a test where I, instead of editing things fully in DaVinci Resolve like I usually do, I pulled the clip using the portrait system in Twitch. And I did really simple editing. I changed a little bit of my tempo of the video, and the video didn't do as well. And the only thing I really changed in my style of editing was the tempo of the video. I think what draws me to content creation is it is an unsolvable puzzle. It just changes all the time. I like to think that I'll be done with content creation whenever I solve the puzzle, which is never gonna happen. So I'm just like, for me, I just want to keep learning. It's less about even my own growth and success. I just love being able to have this knowledge to be able to share it with other people. Even though there's videos about content creation everywhere, a lot of them are just really simple.
That's true.
Or they tell you, oh, just do this. Like a lot of the nuance isn't really available to people.
Did you ever see the one where the guy was like, the trick to content to like being a better creator? I dyed my hair blue and I got lighting for my background.
Yes. And I lost it and I hate it and it is so frustrating.
It really devalues all the work people put in. Going like, oh, you should have just dyed your hair blue.
Yeah. And
like, gee.
I think what people also don't realize, and this is something that took me a bit to figure out as well, is there's no if you do this, you will succeed. There's if you do these things, you are given the best opportunity to succeed. You don't control the algorithm. All you do is put yourself in the best chance to get the most success. There's always going to be a level of like, luck is the wrong word, chance, I guess. And all you can do as a creator is do whatever you can to, when you get that lucky opportunity, that you can make the most out of that opportunity. Oh my god, that's so goofy.
I kind of like it though. It's kind of really fun.
We need it.
You know, some people have like the door answering thing where you like, you know, click a button and then you can be like, hello, who's there? This is like, this is the same thing but retro. Blippi says hot dog is a good sandwich. What is your stance on hot dogs being sandwiches?
Same thing as subs.
Yeah, I agree.
So, they're technically a sandwich. This is so cute.
It is very adorable.
You're very adorable. Hello? Have y'all seen this tiny dragon?
Oh my gosh.
Absolute wonderful being.
Do you think a taco, what is a taco? Is a taco a sandwich?
Tacos are just tacos to me. I mean, you could say a taco's a wrap.
I think you'd make people mad. Are you saying like a taco is just like a half-rolled burrito? Taco is a lazy burrito?
They're both technically tortillas, whether it's a hard shell or soft shell, right?
Yeah, that's true. A taco is a lazy burrito. Okay, but like have you had a crunch wrap before? Because it's like
Taco Bell?
Yeah, but like I've
never
homemade
had Taco
ones.
Bell in my life.
Me neither. We don't have that here, but I've had like a homemade. It's so good. It's so ingenious because basically they take like a big soft outdoor bath with a little frog.
That's a bath?
That's a bath. That's an
so
outdoor
shallow.
bath. How would you know? Maybe it's the perspective.
Eyes?
It might be deeper than it. Okay. It might be deeper than it looks.
Oh, I love cedar.
Ah, dang it. It needs too much space over there. I mean, if it's here, technically we can move the house over and put it here.
My god, the strength to move the house, damn.
I lift. Most violent Canadian protest. I'm a little upset.
Oh, that is... Canada has so much lore that proves that otherwise.
Yeah,
like,
isn't there like a shit
moly.
ton of like violence?
I think saying that they took them less as conventions and more as suggestions would be an accurate, quick description.
Oh my
as
gosh,
to,
that is
our
like
lore.
the amount of war crimes I've committed.
Isn't stuff like apologies and leaving your homes unlocked just Canadian stereotypes? Okay. Oh my god, it pisses me off so much. I'm gonna lose it. So my parents, they'll like get home, and they'll go through the garage, like park their car, all that good stuff, and they never lock the garage door.
Oh shit.
Like they'll close the garage, but the actual door into the house, they never lock it, and they never lock their cars. They'll park it outside and like won't lock it. Like I get it, maybe I'm Canadian, I'm supposed to have faith in people, but like God, I cannot.
Your parents like to live dangerously.
Yeah, I'm like, hello? I mean, I also had to convince my parents to salt their pasta water, so I feel like there's a lot of things
Oh my
going on.
god.
There is definitely like a policy of like or like a cultural thing of like, oh hey, just let me set this down here, go walk somewhere and then come back and it's going to be there. And also walking around and random people giving you compliments, that's a thing.
Honestly, that happened to me when I was visiting America as well. Like people just being obnoxiously friendly for no reason. In Germany, you would get some really weird looks for that. Like people here are just not that nice. Like I held the door open for a lady and she was like, oh my god, thank you. And I'm like, you welcome?
Like I think the difference in culture is less of like a people are more kind here. People won't go like, oh, I love that sweater and then keep walking. They'll just say it here, I guess. Where it's just like a
When
like,
I was in
the compliment-
Vancouver, some random girl walked past me and went, wow, that dress looks so good on you, but like kept walking and I was like, thanks! I was very bewildered because like I said, that does not happen here.
Honestly, I also think that like a lot of people just don't get compliments enough. So like I've just always been the type of person, and maybe that's part of the maple syrupian in me, but like I just will say the compliment. People deserve to hear it.
Knew someone who did a student exchange to Germany, and he was baffled by being called an acquaintance instead of a friend. Apparently, the standards to be friends is higher in Germany. Yeah, definitely. We have a word for when somebody is like just a colleague. That's your kommilitone.
That's so interesting to me. I don't think I've actually heard the word acquaintance almost ever. Like I've obviously heard it, but like it's so rare. It's just friends. Like that's just like there's just
I'm
different
German as
tiers
fuck.
of friends.
I sometimes do say that. I don't like that lantern. I mean, I like that lantern, but not there.
Yeah, I like the lantern. I just don't like where it's sitting either.
I can replace these weird rocks with the lantern.
That could be cool. A little bit of lighting next to the
Bathtub.
thing. Bathtub. Oh god,
outdoor
I hate that
bath.
we're calling it a bathtub.
It's an outdoor bath. What do you mean?
With a wireless water like flowing into it too.
Yes. I mean, how do you know there's not a pipe coming out from underneath?
I'm just gonna continue to believe that it's Bluetooth. I'm pretty happy with this, honestly. I feel like anything else, like, unless there's like marshmallow like sticks, like I
I
forget what those
wish,
called,
but I don't
those
think
things.
there's anything like
Yeah,
that.
that'd be the only thing I can think of. Wait, the ring light! Oh god, we're content creators. We need like 16 of those.
Oh
everywhere.
shit! Yeah.
Everywhere, every single slot.
On the roof.
On the roof.
I don't think you can. I've never seen that. Hello, Mr. Flamingo.
Flamingo.
Would you like to be on the roof?
Just a random flamingo.
The perfect wintry vibes with Mr. Flamingo.
You know what's-
Yeah, I think this is good.
It is.
I would live here. Trees
I would
in
get
your
cozy here.
district, town square are always wrapped in lights. They just keep them off to save on my electricity bill.
Well, technically, if it's always plugged in, it's still gonna pull some electricity, though.
Smart ass.
What? Sorry.
No, you're fine. That is true. So, are we done?
I think we're done. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we did a really good job. It looks so nice and cozy.
Did.
Let's take some pictures with Eric.
Maple Syrupian moose.
Look at his cute little tail. And his
Aw.
butt is adorable. Look how cute he is. Looking at deer butts as a mage, excuse you, he's an elk.
Samoha.
Or moose? Are elks and meesen the same thing?
They are not.
What's the difference between an elk and a moose?
I don't know exactly, but they're both like... I'm not sure. Also, it makes me upset that the plural of moose isn't meese.
It's meesen, actually.
It's actually just moose.
No, it's meesen.
What?
I don't know how to tell you this, but it's meesen.
Meesen?
It's meesen. It's
Why?
Meesen. What do you mean, why? Okay, let's find a good angle to take a cute picture.
Maybe further left? Like towards like the espresso machine corner?
How about this?
Oh, cute! I love that.
Plural moose is the same as the Singyam moose. No, it's meesen. It's one moose, many meesen.
No, it's just many moose.
One moose, many meesen.
Moose. I refuse to believe
One-
it's meesen.
What? One moose. Eric. Now he wants to sit there. One moose, many meesen. Okay, we're done here.
We did it!
Yeah. Stretchies. There we go.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close
I
to
love hearing all
anything
these redeems.
that could be considered a
I'm
rational
very upset
thought.
about that right now.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.